Shalom. This is Brother Shammai. I want to start giving all praises due to Yahawah and his son Yahawah, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you Akim pushing his word with sincerity and truth. Okay? This is another episode of Performing Arts, number 85. And I want to go over the Most High's name. Okay? And the name of this episode is, the name Yahawah means breath. Okay? The name of Yahawah means breath. Okay? We'll go over a couple of scriptures proving what I said. Alright? Okay. we all know that Yahawah means to be, existence. But I want to meditate on the word breath, while his name also means breath. Okay? And breath in Hebrew is nashama. Nishama. Pardon me on my Hebrew. Still working on that. And it means breath, spirit. It also means the breath of the Most High, the breath of man, and every breathing thing. It also means the spirit of a man, and the spirit of the Most High, imparting life and wisdom. Okay? So you think about it when you say the Most High name Yahawah means breath, because isn't the Most High the life giver and the life taker? Okay, let's go to Genesis 2 and 7. Genesis 2 verse 7. And the Lord, the Most High, formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living soul. Okay? Also, let me give you... And the breath of life is also talking about the knowledge and wisdom of the Holy Scriptures. Because that gives man life. It's those scriptures, laws to live by. And those laws is only made for the Israelites. First and foremost, starting with the elect of Israel. Okay? So those laws and those statutes, you're supposed to wear like corals around your neck. You know what I'm saying? Like a gold chain, something precious like precious stones around your neck. In your mind, by studying it and breaking it down. Okay? So the Most High, he's the life giver and a life taker. And that's why Yahawah name means breath, as well as to be in existence. Breath. Okay? Now, let me go to Genesis chapter 1 to make a point. Alright. Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, I'm just reading this for verbatim. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, I'm not going to go all into this, but that's not talking about the supreme being, God. You know what I'm saying? That's talking about Yahawah. Okay? But my point is, after I read the next scripture, I'll tell you my point. Jump down to Genesis 1:26. I'm reading this verbatim. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let him have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creep upon the earth. Now let's read that again on verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image. Now this is not God, the supreme being God. This is Yahawah. Okay? And this is Yahawah and the angels. Because the Most High gave Yahawah and the angels the blueprint to create all things. Now, why did I use those two scriptures? Because who did Yahawah make? What was the first thing he made? The first thing he made was who? He made his son, Yahawah. And then his son made everything else. So who gave Yahawah breath? It was his son, Yahweh, which is breath. So he's the beginning of Yahweh is the beginning of all things, of all creations, from the beginning to the ending. And everything comes through him. You know what I'm saying? All through his son, because the first thing he made was his son, who was Yahawah. So that's why I use Genesis 1:1, because the Most High made Yahawah, okay? And Yahawah created the world, okay? So that is the God that they're talking about in Genesis 1, and then in Genesis 1:26, to prove that was Yahawah taking the charge with the angels. Okay, so the Most High, Yahweh, whose breath gave that order to his son to create the solar system and everything else in this world. Okay? That's why he's the chief cornerstone. Alright? Now the next scripture is Deuteronomy 28:58. Deuteronomy 28:58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that thou are written in this book, that thou may fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy power, Yahweh. And that name is to be feared, because he is the life giver of all things. So when you look up that word, the Most High's name is Yahweh. It's breath. Okay? And I did, and just for, extra edification, you always use the blue note, the blue letter Bible, but sometimes I also go to get, certain understanding that I can't really get. You know what I'm saying? In the blue letter, I go into the Strong Concordance, and that's what I looked this up to get God, the Most High's name, and I looked up in 3068, and that led me to I believe 1961 in the Strong Concordance, and then 1933 in the Strong Concordance. So I went from one verse to another verse for research. And also, like I said before, the Most High means to exist, to be, or become. And that's breath in existence. Okay? So you can find that in the Strong Concordance on 3068 in the Hebrew. And you can find that, and also you go to 1961, and then you go to 1933 in the Strong Concordance. And that's where it breaks down breath. Okay? Which we know that if you think about it, it's life. Because breath is life. And also the breath is those holy scriptures. When you breathe in them and take it in, those are the laws, statutes, and commandments. Alright? And also the last scripture I want to give is Job 33:15. Job chapter 33, verse 15 and 16. Okay? In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbering upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, and sealed their instruction. Because everything that we think we're doing on our own, we're not really doing. We're already programmed to do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Just like the elect was predestined to be what they be, to be the elect. Okay, so everything that, like it says in the scriptures, that our minds is in a dream, is deep sleep and slumbering in the bed. Then he opened the ears of men and sealed their instructions. So who's that's coming from? It's coming from Yahawah, but who made Yahawah? Yahawah was Yahweh, first creation. So who made Yahawah? Yahweh. Okay? Who's the breath giver and breath taker. Okay? The supreme being. So I just want to give, to the point, quick. Hope you was edified. Shalom. Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawah Shah. All praises due to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawah Shah, the only power.
You're the only power.